Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's debate. My name is Andrea Sherwood and I'm the chairman, and Emma O'Connell is the timekeeper. The adjudicators are Mr Ivanoff, Miss Goulding and Mr Wood. The topic of this debate is that influencers are detrimental to society. The affirmative team seated to my right is from Westminster School, and the negative team seated to my left is from Mitcham Girls School. The speaking time for this debate is 5 minutes, with the double bell at the end of your speaking time. A warning bell will ring once at 4 minutes, and a continuous bell will ring 30 seconds after the final bell. Please switch off your mobile phones and other electronic devices. I declare this debate open, and I call upon the first affirmative speaker, Jordan Lucas.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of our debate is that influencers are detrimental to society. Firstly, we note the quotation marks surrounding the word influencers and define the term as people who entice and manipulate potential buyers of a product or service by promoting or recommending these through social media. They are effectively self-styled trendsetters. We define detrimental as causing harm to an audience, and define society as the people within a nation, community, such as the Australian nation or populace. Therefore, we, the affirmative team, resolutely believe that social media personnel who can entice or manipulate people are causing social harm through their collective negative impact, which adversely affects the behaviour of individuals to prioritise products over people. Today, as the first speaker, I will be talking to you about how influencers are detrimental, for they promote materialism over caring for people and societal views, and promote misinformation to cause confusion. Our second speaker will debate how social media influencers present unrealistic versions of themselves and their lifestyles, and blur the lines between their public and private lives to distort reality, which causes confusion. Our third speaker will rebut and sum up our team case. Welcome to my first argument. Social media influencers have undeniably transformed the dynamics of modern communication, yet the prevalent focus on promoting materialism often overshadows the importance of genuine human connection and the advancement of positive societal views. In their pursuit of popularity and financial gains, influencers frequently prioritise material possessions and relationships and contributing to broader societal conversations. This month, an article from the University of Portland was released containing an experiment that stated that over $316 billion in counterfeit goods was generated as a result of social media influencers purchasing fake products or goods to increase their social status. This stream of curated images and sponsored content can inadvertently foster a culture of consumerism, leading followers to prioritise possessions over personal growth and empathy. Moreover, the influencer-driven portrayal of an idealised lifestyle can prolong unrealistic expectations and erode authentic self-esteem. In this context, the yearn for material success frequently trumps the nurturing of human bonds and the nurturing of a well-rounded perspective on societal issues. Therefore, it is vital to critically assess the content we engage with and ensure that the pursuit of material gain does not overshadow the value of compassion and empathy and a broader perspective of the world we live in. And now to my second argument. Influencers have undeniably become a prominent force today, wielding significant power over their followers. However, this power comes with a responsibility that many influencers seem to disregard, as they frequently engage in promoting misinformation to generate confusion. This concerning trend not only dismantles the credibility of reliable information sources, but also threatens the very fabric of an informed society. The dissemination of inaccurate information through the charismatic and relatable personalities of influencers can lead to a dangerous mixture of confusion, mistrust, and polarization. This has the potential to sway the public opinion on critical issues, from health matters to social and political topics. In 2019, recognized Instagram influencer Tanya Chen faked a motorcycle crash while riding a product of Kawasaki Motors, attempting to gain pity from viewers and effectively more clout. However, this stunt completely backfired and caused Kawasaki Motors to experience extreme backlash about the incident, and as a result, their sales percentage in motorbikes decreased 21%. While some influencers may claim to exercise their right of freedom of speech and publicity, the impact of their misleading content cannot be underestimated. It is crucial to hold influencers accountable for the information they share and to encourage them to prioritise factual accuracy over sensationalism, ensuring that their influence is a force for positive change rather than a source of societal detriment. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Madam Chairman, in conclusion, we the Affirmative team believe that social media influences are detrimental to society, for they promote materialism over societal views and consistently enforce misinformation, which establishes confusion, further impacting and negatively influencing product over people. Therefore, influencers are absolutely detrimental to society. Thank you.
I call upon the first negative speaker, Sylvia Bain.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate tonight is that influences are detrimental to society, and we, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. We agree with the definition given by the affirmative team. However, for the purpose of this debate, we would like to define influencer as an individual with a social media profile who has influence over the public and their decisions and who has established credibility in a specific industry. Today, as the first speaker, I will be talking to you about the economic benefits of influencers and how influencers are regulated by social media users. Our second speaker will discuss how influencers often use their platforms to inspire and motivate others, as well as their ability to spread awareness. Our third speaker will rebut and sum up our team case. The first affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that influencers constantly spread misinformation. However, it is important to acknowledge that not all influencers engage in this behaviour. A study published in the journal Nature Communications found that trusted influencers are more likely to share accurate information. A survey conducted by Cantor revealed that 63% of customers trust influencers less if they promote false information. It's important for both influencers and consumers to critically evaluate information, and platforms have implemented measures to combat misinformation. It is also important to ask ourselves, is it the influencer's fault or are consumers just believing information from tertiary sources? My first point is that influencers are a powerful way to support small businesses. Small businesses may not have the money to advertise their products or services in mainstream advertising in magazines, television, and radio. So advertising through influencers and paying them to promote products is a much cheaper and more effective way to reach an audience as it is targeted. According to neilpatel.com, on average, brands earn over $5 for every $1 spent on an influencer marketing campaign, showing that influencers promoting products is the opposite of detrimental. Marketing with influencers benefits small businesses because they can target their advertising to an influencer who specialises in what the business promotes. For example, a popular fitness blogger on YouTube may be asked to do advertising for sportwear. Many influencers have turned their online presence into a successful business or career. For instance, a 24-year-old travel blogger quit her engineering job in 2020 to focus on her travel blogging side hustle. She said, "That turned out to be the best career decision I've ever made." Influencers demonstrate entrepreneurial skills, creative thinking, and the ability to monetize their passions. This can inspire others to pursue their own entrepreneurial endeavors and explore creative outlets. For my second point, I will discuss how influencers receive continual and immediate immediate feedback from followers, so influencers' business is regulated by consumers, social media users. The reason that people follow influencers could be for many different reasons. It could be for entertainment, tutorials, affirmations, or maybe just to see the world in someone else's life. Influencers thrive on their viewers and always take ideas and feedback from other social media users. This is because the more they listen to people, the more the viewers they gain and the more famous they become. Therefore, any influencer who steps out of line or is potentially spreading negative messages that could be damaging to their reputation can immediately be cancelled, with people unfollowing them almost immediately. If an influencer doesn't listen to feedback or criticism from community, there is no doubt that people will just stop listening to them. In addition, there are consumer laws that regulate the behaviour of influencers online. Posts promoting products and services must be labelled as ads or sponsored content. If a viewer knows that an influencer is being paid to say good things about a company or item, they're less likely to buy the item than if the influencer was sharing their genuine opinion. The reason for this is that if an influencer wasn't being paid to say good things about a product, it's more likely to be true and shows that the influencer wants to benefit the community. These reasons mean that viewers of influencers, no matter how much they like them, wouldn't do everything they say. The most influenced viewers would most likely be children who would be monitored by their parents. Therefore, influencers can't be detrimental to society in ways that matter. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, influencers are in fact not detrimental to society because they support small businesses and inspire and are regulated by their followers. Using the broad term detrimental to describe influencers is incorrect because while there are positive and negative aspects of influencers on social media, the good ultimately outweighs the bad. Thank you.
I call upon the second affirmative speaker, Nithika Vivekanandan.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. As you are aware, the topic for our debate is that influencers are detrimental to society. Our first speaker has already spoken to you about the social harm because they impact the behaviour of individuals to prioritise products over people. Influencers diminish the care for societal values, promote misinformation to cause confusion, and cause societal distrust through their lack of authenticity. Tonight, as second speaker, I'll be talking to you about how influencers are detrimental to society because they present unrealistic versions of themselves and their lifestyles, and they blur the lines between their public and private life to distort reality, which causes confusion. Our third speaker will rebut and sum up our team case. Before I present my arguments in detail, I will rebut the arguments of the first speaker. The first speaker of the negative team has said that small business owners benefit from influencers. This is partially a red herring fallacy, as there is a difference between small business promotion online and social media influence, and therefore irrelevant to our current discussion. Influencers use their social influence to promote lifestyles and activities to their audience. Small business owners leave behind the title of small businesses when they stop selling their products and start manipulating their audience to promote lifestyle products instead. And now to my first point, that influencers are detrimental to society because they present unrealistic versions of themselves and their lifestyles to their audience, which provoke feelings of dissatisfaction in the general populace, which causes them to make poor decisions that affect their health and behaviour. People who use social media or watch influencers may not know the detrimental effects that ongoing exposure to them may have. The Ledger of Harms website, run by the Centre of Humane Technology, has a mission to align technology with humanity's best interests. It lists compelling studies and articles that show clear negative effects documented by unbiased researchers and writers. In one listed study, it has shown that there is a 66% increase and the risk of suicide-related outcomes among teen girls who spend more than 5 hours a day on social media versus 1 hour a day. With the multiple unrealistic videos they see online every day, and with this number only increasing, suicide rates are on the incline. There is one influencer going by the name Baby Dumpling on social media that makes it a challenge to shock people with how much she's able to eat at multiple fast food chains without gaining visible amounts of weight and maintaining her lean figure. Her videos were then proven to be false, that she was never in fact eating as much as she set out to be. This can be detrimental to the mental health and well-being of people in society, with young people particularly at risk from developing eating disorders and mental health issues. This point was even further proven by India Times, who stated that many influencers promote unrealistic body standards, which can contribute to body dissatisfaction and eating disorders among their followers. Considering that over 40% of videos from the 5 most popular kid influencer YouTube channels feature food and drink, with 90% explicitly showing unhealthy food or drink products sponsored by brands, as stated by an article published by the Ledger of Harms from an American Academy of Pediatrics. Children who consume so much of this content online are bound to be at least curious to know what it's like to be eating that kind of food. This theory was then proven by the American Academy of Pediatrics, who say children who see videos of child influencers holding unhealthy foods and consuming significantly more calories than those who see influencers holding other types of objects, as clearly shown by experiments using randomized control trials. And now to my second argument, that influencers are detrimental because they blur the lines between their public and private life, distorting reality to gain views and likes, giving their audience a perception that they have a perfect life is quite common in the social media industry. It is important to understand that this is not only causes confusion amongst followers and viewers, but can also have a significant impact mentally, leading to feelings of inadequacy and poor self-esteem. In many instances, the whole story has been edited to reflect whatever narrative that person wants to portray. We make body image issues worse for 1 in 3 teen girls, set aside from 2019 study published in the Wall Street Journal. Seeing these distorted perceptions of other people's perfect lives leads to unrealistic expectations from life. Rather than preparing young adults for the future, it reduces their understanding of reality and their ability to differentiate between what is real and fake. Because of what they view online, they are encouraged to pursue lifestyles beyond their means, generating feelings of inadequacy, causing a detrimental impact on future generations' mental health. And so, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, we, the Affirmative team, believe that influencers are detrimental to society because they cause social harm, because they impact on behaviour of individuals to prioritise products over people. Their constant intrusion into the lives of the nation causes people to feel inadequate in their status, wealth, and body image, blurring the lines between fantasy and reality. They cause confusion, which has been shown to evoke feelings of inadequacy and extreme dissatisfaction, leading to mental health issues. Thank you.
I call upon the second negative speaker, Shreya Madam Raj.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that influences are detrimental to society, and we, the negative team, strongly disagree with the statement. We agree with most of the definition given by the affirmative team. However, for the purpose of this debate, we would like to define influences as an individual who has a social media platform, who has influence over a public and their decision, and who has established credibility in certain industries. The second speaker tried to tell you that influencers are ruining mental health. While it is true that the constant exposure to curated and filtered content on social media platforms can potentially impact mental health, it is important to note that the social media can also have positive effects and provide valuable social networks. A study published in the Journal of Medical Internet research found that social media can lead to increased social support, positive self-expression, and improved well-being. She also said that the second speaker tried to tell you that influences are unrealistic. The claim that influences' unrealistic standards solely contribute to negative impacts overlooks the motivated impacts of for influencers' culture. Studying data demonstrates that influences can both have positive and negative effects. Diverse representation in influencer culture, as supported by a survey conducted by Cara, helps individuals feel more represented and accepted. Our first speaker has already stated how influencers receive continuous and immediate feedback from followers, and how influencers are a powerful way to support a small business. Today, I'll be discussing 2 points. Now to my first point. My first point is that influencers are inspiring and they have niche communities and support networks. Influencers play a vital role in inspiring and motivating others, creating a niche community and raising awareness about important social issues. According to a recent study by ABC News, 82% of people believe that influencers positively impact their lives by providing valuable lessons and encouragement. Additionally, 76% of individuals feel a sense of belonging and support within niche communities created by influencers. A study conducted by Morning Consult in 2022 found that 53% of respondents report feeling inspired or motivated by influencers they follow on social media. These influencers' stories about personal growth, resilience, and overcoming challenges resonate with their followers, offering valuable lessons and encouragements. The ability of influencers to share personal stories and provide relatable advice has a tangible impact on individuals who may be going through a similar situation. By offering guidance and motivation, influencers can contribute to a personal growth as well as the well-being of their followers. This can help create a more supportive, connected, and empathetic online community. Influencers have the potential to be a powerful force for good, inspiring their followers to become their best selves. This can have a rippling effect, leading to a positive change in society. According to a study published by the Journal of Computer-Mediated Communications, niche communities formed around shared interests, hobbies, or identities on social media platforms have been shown to increase individuals' sense of belonging and social support. Influencers play a crucial role in creating and nurturing these niche communities. Tara Brentford is a prominent influencer and activist known for her work in the body image movement. She's made significant impact by challenging social beauty standards, promoting body positivity, and encouraging self-acceptance. By providing a platform for like-minded individuals to connect, share knowledge, and offer support, influencers foster positive connections and alleviate the feeling of marginalized or being isolated. My second point is that many influencers raise awareness or educate people on social media. This is because many influencers base the social media presence around topics such as their experience with mental health issues or what people with mental issues might experience, body positivity, and breaking down stereotypes and environmental sustainability. These can help people become more open-minded and educate people about different topics. They can also contribute to a positive change and may even help their followers feel more included about something that they're experiencing is normal, even though these stereotypes are awareness of an important diversity, acceptance, and inclusive. One example of a social media influencer who does this is Malala Yousafzai. While she is primarily known for her activism and advocate for girls' education, Malala has also utilized social media platforms to amplify her message and inspire millions around the world. With over 1.9 million followers on Instagram and 1.9 million followers on Twitter, Malala shares her journey, accomplishments, and ongoing efforts to promote education and empower girls globally. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, influencers have a significant impact on society by inspiring and motivating others, creating niche communities and raising awareness about important social issues. They play a crucial role in providing valuable lessons and encouragement. Thank you.
I now call upon the third affirmative speaker, Cynthia Zhang.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that influences are detrimental to society. Tonight, you have heard how social media influences cause social harm through their collectively negative impact, which adversely affects the behaviour of individuals to prioritise products over people. Before I conclude our debate on this topic, I will rebut the opposition's arguments. The first speaker has said that influencers have consequences for detrimental actions. This is untrue. There are multiple instances of influencers acting horribly. Take James Charles, who groomed minors, or Sienna May, who sexually assaulted someone. Sienna May still has 18 million followers on TikTok and has lost barely 1 million. Both of these influencers offered apologies that demonstrated their lack of care for their audience. Sienna May apologized for rape by dancing. The first speaker of the negative team also said that influencers offer their entrepreneurial journeys. This may be true, but it is important to note many influencers present a highly curated and idealized version of their experiences, often omitting the challenges, failures, and hard work that truly characterize an entrepreneurial path. This can create an unrealistic and misleading perception, potentially setting up followers for disappointment and discouragement. Similarly, this is also partly a hasty generalization fallacy, as there is a difference between small business owners and influencers. This is also due to drawing an example from too small of a sample space. Influencers utilize and exploit their influence over viewers to promote products, whereas small business owners use social media to sell their products without manipulating their audience. Relying solely on influencer stories as a basis for pursuing entrepreneurial venues can overlook necessity for comprehensive education and practical skills. The second speaker of the negative team has said that influencers build social networks. This is true, but is often not a positive thing. These networks are often toxic and create a parasocial power dynamic between influencer and viewer. These one-sided connections formed through the illusion of intimacy fostered by curated content and constant exposure leads to a distorted sense of reality. Viewers become emotionally invested in the influencer's life, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. This can result in feelings of attachment, dependence, and even disappointment when the influencer's true self doesn't align with the online persona. Sometimes these communities turn on their creators or vice versa. One of these examples is Mr., a VTuber with a toxic community, and Doja Cat, a music artist who was a toxic influencer. Both the communities were harmful to the influencer and the audience. The second speaker of the negative team has also said that influencers offer personal experiences of overcoming hardships and offer motivation to their audience. While it may be true that some influencers share personal stories of overcoming challenges, it's important to recognize that the authenticity of these narratives can vary greatly. Influencers' portrayal of these aspects can often be curated and filtered, presenting a skewed and often romanticized version that doesn't capture the full complexity of these subjects. Additionally, the brevity of social media platforms often oversimplifies complex journeys of resilience, leading to a shallow portrayal.
They also said that influencers use their platforms to raise awareness on social issues. Although this may be true, many influencers engage in slacktivism, where their advocacy remains performative rather than translating into tangible actions or impact. Many influencers have repeatedly used real environmental issues for clout and interaction with their posts. Kim Kardashian is one of the widely known examples of this. While she posts about climate change and current environmental issues on her social media, she also promotes her lavish lifestyle and fast fashion brands. This leads to confusion about whether her environmental concerns are authentic or just a performance meant to gather clout. Our first speaker spoke about how influencers promote materialism over genuine human connections and positive societal progress. They also spoke about how influencers frequently spread misinformation, creating danger to those who cannot distinguish the difference between real and false. Influencers not only encourage materialism over being genuine and authentic, but they also spread misinformation and cause distrust between viewers on the internet. Our second speaker spoke about the harmful and unrealistic personas that these influencers adopt. These unrealistic representations of lifestyle cultivate feelings of inadequacy. Influencers also blur boundaries between their public and private lives, distorting audience and sowing confusion among their audience. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, influencers are detrimental. Not only do they cause social harm, but they prioritize products over people. Thank you.
I now call upon the third negative speaker, Chrisella Pereira.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that influencers are detrimental to society. We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. Before I begin, I would like to reinstate our definition. We agree with most of the definition given by the Affirmative team. However, for the purpose of this debate, we would like to define influencer as an individual with a social media profile who has influence over the public and their decisions. The first affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that influencers have the potential. While it is true that influencers have the potential to spread misinformation, it is important to acknowledge that all influencers engage in such behaviors. They actively promote accurate information. According to a study published in the journal Nature Communications, information shared by trusted influencers is more likely to be accurate and reliable. Furthermore, a survey conducted by Kantar revealed that 63% of consumers trust influencers less if they promote misleading or false information. The reliability lies not only with the influencers, but also with consumers to critically evaluate the information they encounter. By promoting media literacy and encouraging individuals to seek out credible sources, the potential negative impact of misinformation can be avoided. Additionally, platforms have implemented measures to combat misinformation, such as fact-checking labels and algorithms that prioritize reliable sources. While challenges remain, it is important to recognize that the potential for influencers to use their platforms responsibly and provide accurate information is on important topics. The first affirmative speaker has also tried to tell you that while influencers do promote products and endorse brands, it is important to consider the broader impact and acknowledge the positive aspects of consumer choice and responsible consumption. According to a survey conducted by Social Publi, 54% of customers trust influencers' product recommendations. Influencers play a large role in raising awareness about new and innovative products, with 49% of consumers relying on influencer recommendations for purchasing decisions. Additionally, a study published in the Journal of Advertising Research found that influencers who disclose brand partnerships maintain credibility, authenticity, reducing the likelihood of excessive consumerism. He also said that while some influencers prioritize popularity and engagement over authenticity, it is important to recognize that not all influencers follow this approach. Studies and data indicate that the authenticity remains a crucial factor for both influencers and their followers. The second affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that influencers uphold unrealistic beauty standards. This is wrong because it fails to consider the broader impact and potential benefits of influencer culture. In fact, studies and data show that influencers can have significantly positive effects on individuals. Influencer culture has become more inclusive and diverse, promoting a wider range of beauty standards and lifestyles. According to a survey conducted by Kantar, 60% of respondents said that they appreciate brands and influencers that feature diverse body types and appearances, and it helps them feel more represented and accepted. The second speaker also tried to tell you that the third affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that influencers don't face consequences for their actions. This is wrong because many influencers' careers get destroyed because of bad behaviors. They also lose their followers, leading to less business. Our first speaker spoke to you about how influencers are. Thank you.
Please wait while the adjudicator finalises the result. to Ms Goulding to come forward.
Okay, hi everyone, welcome to quarterfinals with Debating Essay obviously. So first off, we would like to extend a massive congratulations to both of our teams here today. It's clear that both of you are incredible teams, incredible debaters, and it was such a privilege to get to watch you debate at this level, and we hope you will continue in the competition regardless of the result tonight. So just to let you all know how tonight will work, we will not be giving any individual feedback. We will just be announcing our speaker of the night, the decision, and whether or not that decision was unanimous. So, to begin with, I'd like to announce our speaker of the night. This was someone who we thought just had excellent presentation. We found their rebuttal to be really strong. We found them to be incredibly engaging, and that's Cynthia from the Affirmative team. So tonight's decision was unanimous, and again, we'd like to say both these teams are incredible, and it was a difficult decision for us to come to, but we did decide that the winning team just ultimately had a cleaner case construction. Their ideas were just stronger and more cohesive, and that is the Affirmative team tonight. Well done. So thank you all so much for attending the debate tonight. I'll hand you back to your chairperson to close out the debate.
Thank you. I call upon a member of the runner-up team to give a vote of thanks.
Thank you to the Affirmative team for debating this. You guys put up such a strong case. It was so happy about you guys. Thank you for the adjudicators for adjudicating us. Thank you for the audience for being an audience. Yeah. Thank you for our debating coach, because without you, we wouldn't have got this far at all. I'd like to thank my team. I love you guys. And the timekeeper and chairperson, because without them, this debate would not be happening.
Thank you for those kind words. I call upon a member of the winning team to second that vote of thanks.
I'd like to firstly thank the adjudicators because, well, they have to adjudicate. I'd also like to thank the audience for coming here to listen to us all, and the opposition team because, again, what would we do if we didn't have an opposition team? I'd like to thank the chairperson and timekeeper, and who is also our coach, Miss Sherwood, because you give us so much time to deal with us, and thank you to my team, and thank you everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance. I now declare this debate closed.